Hi everyone, and welcome to our Earth Day, Earth Week story time and craft series. Today we're going to be reading a story about backyard fairies, a beautiful book written and illustrated by Phoebe Wall. And we are also going to be making a craft where you will go outside and find little places where you think that maybe fairies might live in your home area and making little fairy doors for them. And Courtney's going to show you how to do that in our craft next. But I'm going to start off our day with talking about the magical things that you can find in your backyard. Now, not everybody thinks fairies are real, and maybe they're not, but they are fun to think about and to imagine. And it's so much fun to make crafts and to imagine the beauty that you can find in nature around you. So enjoy this first story called Backyard Fairies by Phoebe Wall. Backyard Fairies. Aren't the illustrations just beautiful in this book? I'm so excited to read it to you. Have you ever found, while out on your own, a tiny magical somebody's home? Right there. Doesn't that look like someone would live in there? I think it does. I think somebody might live in there even if it's not a fairy. Or sensed a fluttering, flickering flight, gone when you turn just out of sight? Do you see the fairies already? Or heard a little trill or tone, or seen a suspicious looking stone? What is going on in that stone? One time I saw a stump and I thought for sure it was a turkey. I even took a picture of it. This was back when you had film cameras, and I had it developed, and then I realized it was not a turkey, it was a stump. Maybe one morning you wake up to see that the dog's hair was braided by somebody wee. Oh my goodness. I think if my cat's hair was braided, I would suspect my children. You might leave an offering, then you discover it's vanished by morning, replaced with another. Have you ever woke up when the moon is round and crept out of bed to follow the sound of what must be the music of magical sprites singing and strumming and dancing all night? We had a beautiful full moon this month. It was a super moon, which means it was closer and brighter to the earth than usual. I wonder if you saw it. We saw it. It was beautiful. You wind through a forest of branches and brambles. The woods are awake, making way for your rambler. Now, you should not sneak out of bed in the middle of the night without your parents. But, look at that. Do you see the owl? So pretty. Where are they? Do you see the fairy ring up here? So sometimes if you ever find a circle of mushrooms on the ground, that's called a fairy ring. And people call it that because they like to imagine that underneath that ring, all the fairies underground are having a party. Isn't that a fun thing to imagine? You search and you search till you just can't see straight, only turning back home when the hour grows late. Are they out there, you wonder, curled up in your bed? She must love fairies. She has a little fairy mobile above her bed. And she has drawings of unicorns. This girl is very imaginative, I can tell. The fairy's reply is right on your head. Look at that. She woke up with a special gift from the little fairies. Now, if there was more things blooming right now, you could make a fairy crown, which would be a really fun craft too, but maybe save that for summer when there's lots of flowers. But today, you're going to learn how to make a little fairy door to hopefully encourage fairies, maybe they're just imaginary ones, to come visit you at home. Fairies are everywhere if you know where to look. Isn't that a beautiful and such a fun story? I hope you have fun today making your craft with Courtney. We would love to see pictures of your fairy doors and your little fairy houses when you're finished. Happy Earth Day, everyone!
Hello again and welcome to our last class. Today we are going to learn how to make fairy doors, which I have an example right here. So they're really easy, but they do have a lot going on when you start making them. So we are going to need twine or tape or glue, scissors, some sticks, and then anything you want to use to decorate your door. So we're going to start off with tying our door together, and I'm just going to give you an example. So one thing you want to make sure that you don't have kind of a clash of sticks together, because they won't sit easily and nice together. So you just want to make sure that you kind of find sticks that kind of flow together. And you're going to work on that figure 8 method that we learned when we did our binoculars. And you're just going to continue to go back and forth with your twine and tie together some sticks. And then you'll just knot it in the end. So here is my example of what I've got going on. So we just tied together some of our sticks with our twine. And now we are all ready to decorate. So I'm going to use hot glue to decorate, but you just want to be careful because it does get really warm. And then I'm going to use what I found on a nature hike I had the other day. So found lots of these really fun acorns that I would like to attach to my door. So you can see with this door that I made a dragonfly out of maple seed umbrellas, and then also some pine needles. So for this one, I'm just going to take some hot glue, put a drop on the end, and like I said, you want to be careful that you just are really gentle with your hot glue because it can burn you. And I'm going to stick on some of these kind of randomly. I'm going to save that one, I think, for the door. You just want to be really gentle and careful that you don't burn yourself with this hot glue. So you can stick some of those on. Maybe I want to add a patch of moss down here. So I'm going to put some hot glue down there. I think I'm going to add a pine needle or pine cones down here. Maybe take some of these nicer looking pine needles. And add them over there. Just kind of pushing them down. And just keep continually adding more and making sure that I like the way it's looking. Now, I did not add this to my other one, but I think I'm going to add what I want to be my doorknob for my little fairy garden. And the nice thing about this fairy garden is that each of them will look really unique and different from the last. So there is my new fairy door, my old fairy door, all ready to go, just looking for the perfect tree for me to set them underneath. And that is it, you guys. Well, thank you for coming to our classes every day. I hope you enjoyed making our binoculars, the paintbrushes, nature bracelets, our garden, and also our fairy doors. So thank you so much for joining us this week, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!